I'm going to show you how engravings work in Lost Ark. There's multiple parts to this system. I'm going to do my best to explain this to you quick, easy, and simple so you can just understand and get to it, okay? So engravings are one of the ways to get stronger in this game. If you go down to the bottom right, you'll see character. Click it and go to character profile. In here, you can go to the engraving tab. We're going to start here, all right? So there's different engravings that you can get. These are not all the engravings that you can get. There's good ones, which are blue. There's bad ones, which are red. You don't want the red ones, but they kind of come with the good ones. So everything that you have that gives you good ones will also have some kind of bad ones. And your goal is to try to keep the bad ones below 5, and then the good ones, get them as high as you can. You don't get any stats from any of these unless you get at least 5 points. They come in levels. So you get level 1 once you have 5. After that, that's how much you have until you get to 10 and you unlock level 2. There's just 3 different increments. There's no half increments or anything like that, which is how you can maximize this with these negatives. The negatives can go as high as 4, and nothing actually happens unless you get 5. So the way that you get these is from gear. You'll get it from your accessories, which are your necklace, your earrings, and your rings, as well as you get 1 stone, ability stone, which I'll get to in just a second. So you'll notice on each of these, there's if you look, I can't mouse on it while also mousing on it, but you'll see just a little ways down, it says random engraving effect, necromancy, node +4, all out attack, node +5, whatever. Those are these over here. You see I have 5 on all out attack. Well, that's actually because of this one, the Stone of Birth. And it has all out attack, node +5, which means I get 5 node points for this all out attack thing. So now I have this. So this is just present all the time. As long as I have this equipped, I have this level 1. Which level 1 of this makes it so holding a casting skill speed is +5%, and the damage is +4%. It's a pretty nice thing to have. So these other ones, you'll see this one has Cursed Doll +1 and Drops of Ether +1. So those would be over in here, Cursed Doll +1. And then, what was the other one? Drops of Ether. There you see I have 1. So you probably get the idea now how this works. There's also a negative. Attack Power Reduction +1, which was down in here. Here's that 1 from that. This one gave attack power reduction +1, so here's that +1. So we're just going to try to get these up. So the better the gear, obviously, the more it has. The highest item level legendary accessories are going to give you +5 and +3, which obviously I don't have now. The game just launched a few days ago, but you'll see +5, +3, and a -3. The negative will be a 3, and one of the positive ones will be a 5, and one of them will be a 3. That's like the best in the game. I'm not even sure if that version's out in the Western release of this game or not yet, but that's the highest it'll ever go. And then for the stones, you're going to engrave these, which I'll get to later on in this video. But apparently the highest this could ever go was +7, +7, and a -4. So those are like your absolute min-maxes that you guys don't have to worry about right now, because that's not where we're going with this video for most of you. Most of you just want to know how this crap works, right? So that's the end game for that. But back to the topic at hand. It's just a game to try to get these as high as possible, the blue ones as high as possible, and not hit 5 on a red one. Okay, that's a summary of this. There's also more systems at play, so we'll get to those. And just if it helps to visualize, so I have all out attack 5. If I take that off and I go in here, now I don't have it anymore. And then if I go to my inventory, I put it back on, and there it is again. So, just help you visualize the change of just, equipping these items and unequipping them. So, also another thing, though, accessories do not help your item level. Accessories are independent of item level. They're mainly just for doing the engravings and getting bonus stats. So there's 2 more main things that we're going to talk about. Engraving books, which are going to lead to these slots. We'll get to in a sec. I'll save that for last. Next up is actually cutting these things. So you'll notice I have outstanding Stones of Birth. I have Stone of Birth. I don't think I have any Stones of Endurance left in here. They were like the crappiest one. So before we even cut these, where do you get these from? Well, there's a bunch of different places. The main place that you're going to find yourself getting these is going to be daily from the Chaos Dungeons. This is a daily thing that you can do. You can do 2 a day that will actually give you good rewards. The higher you go, the better one you can get. So Epic, for right in here, and then later on you'll be getting... okay, depends on this one. So we go up to here, and here is the Legendary Ability Stones. We go this one down here, and we got the, best ones in the game, Legendary Ability Stones, 14, whatever. 1400 item level legendary ability stones. Okay, so that's where you're going to get the basic ones. These ones are untradeable, though. There are ways out there in the game to get other ones that are tradable, which means that because there are ones that are tradable, you can actually go to the market, and you can go to the auction house, and you can go to ability stones. And you could try, you know, here already people are listing, you know, legendary 460s, stuff like that. But yeah, you can go in here and bid on them and try, or buy them out and try to get them if you want to just go ahead and buy them. You're basically buying lottery tickets, though, because you've got to engrave these, which we're going to go to right now, okay? But this is just lottery tickets. We're going to buy these. You just try to find them with the perks you want. There's Divine Protection Contenders. Master of Escape, Crisis Evasion. The one on the left is the one we're looking at. Explosive Expert in Necromancy. Vital Point Hit, Enhanced... So you got to know what these ones are and what you want. So I may make a video later on or about what they all do or link to a guide or something. But that's not the point. The point is you got to find the ones that you like. Find the ones that you want. You're going to buy a stone that has the ones that you want. And then you're going to cut it. Okay? So we're going to go ahead to cutting now. In order to cut it, you'll need to go to an ability stone cutter like this. On the map, the icon is like a little blue crystal thing. Here's where it is at Vern Castle, at least. And so you're going to go to this guy, and here's where you do the mini games. So let's pick one of my better ones. Let's pick one with something maybe good. I don't even know what they all do myself offhand, to be honest with you. All-out attack, I like that one. Okay, so I'm actually going to play this one to try to get this because I would like to have a better all-out attack one. So we start off with a success rate of 75%. This is where you're really going to pay attention, okay? This is really simple, but it's going to feel really complicated if you don't just pay attention for a few seconds here, all right? So success rate starts at 75%. If I succeed and it chips in a good one, like actually gives me the one instead of an empty, you either get it or you get a blank, right? You either get it or you get a blank. So if you get it, I didn't get it. Okay, 75% is as high as it's going to go. We're still at 75%. If I get it, the success rate goes down by 10%. So then I go again. I got it again. I got another one. So now the success rate went down by another 10%. So I'm going to go for Enhanced Shield now because I don't care about that nearly as much as All-Out Attack. So I'm still at 55. I'm going to go with the Enhanced Shield. Let's see if I get it or not. All right, I got it. Now we're at 45%. So at this point, it's up to you to choose how you're going to, you know, do your math on this, how you're going to go for this. But I personally, at this point, I'm going to go, okay, I'm at 45%. I don't want to get, I want to get an empty slot. I want to get an empty slot on as many of the red ones as I can. So now that I'm at 45%, let's go for the red one. And unfortunately, I got it. So let's go for another red one. I got it again. Now I'm down to a 25% chance of success. So this is about the worst case scenario now. So now I go for it again. I'm the unluckiest person alive. I got a 25% chance, got it again. Okay, so now I failed. And at this point, I have so few red slots left, I'm just going to go for this other one to get my fails. So 55, I'm going to go for this. Failed. Now we're at 65. Went up by another 10%. So I'll do this again. I failed again. This is just like, this is an example of the worst luck someone could possibly have doing this. So now we're at 75. Do it again. I succeeded. I failed again. Succeeded. That was unbelievable bad luck. At this point, I don't even care what happens out of this because this is even better than my crappier stone. So now I have 65%. I get this. It goes down. I got it again. It went down again. I failed, so it went up. I got it, so it went down. I failed this. It went up by 10. I failed. It went up by another 10. I succeed. It goes down by 10. I succeed. It went down by 10. So hopefully that explains it. When you succeed any of these, everything goes down by 10. When you fail any of these, the chance of success goes up by 10. Also, you'll notice it costs silver to do this. I probably should have mentioned this. Every click for this stone costs 165 silver, and that amount increases with the rarity of the stone. Later on, it'll cost hundreds or over 1,000 per click, so keep that in mind. It's not really relevant early on because it's so much silver, but it might be relevant later on. So let's go ahead and finish this one out. Once you finish it out, it'll do the next phase. It'll like finish it and actually, you know, it'll be usable then. Also, I should have mentioned, if you there's bonuses down here. If you successfully, it's called faucet these. If you successfully faucet these 11 times, it'll also give you some bonus vitality above what it already has, which isn't really too significant. This one starts off with 1,300, and you could add another 66, 132, or 198 if you get enough faucets between the bad ones and the good ones. So let's go ahead and finish this off. And I unfortunately got another red one. Okay, so actually, no, the bonus fauceting was from only the good one. I'm sorry, I misremembered. It was actually only the good one. So 4 plus 6 is 10. The red ones do not apply to that additional fauceting. That was wrong. I apologize. Okay, so I got this now. I have an outstanding Stone of Birth with 4 all-out attack and 6 enhanced shield, 4 defense reduction. That is what I ended up with. So now, I go over to my inventory, and here it is. All right, so let's pop open my character profile. Let's go to my engravings. If I pop this on, Now I have all-out attack +5, because one of these other ones must give me an all-out attack, right? Yeah, this one has all-out attack +1 on this earring. So when I put this on, I actually still have that, but now I also have enhanced shield. So I have level 1 enhanced shield, I have level 1 all attack, but now I have level 1 defense reduction because that one was so bad, it had +4 defense reduction, and then I have this ring that gives +1 defense reduction, and then I have this earring that gives +1 defense reduction. So now I'm at 6 defense reduction, which I definitely don't want. It just has -5% defense. That's unfortunate. I think I will stick with my old stone for now. I'm good. So I want to keep doing this and get a better stone and pop it in later, which I will do at a later date, not during this video. So that's how this is going to work. You go in here, you know, you pop in random stuff like this. You get your stone. And then if it's something that you like, you go ahead and sell it. Now, once you've done that, you can't trade it anymore. Once it's cut, it's untradeable. Even if it was tradable before, it's not tradable afterwards. So once you do this, you're committed. It is now yours. All right, at this point, you should be having a pretty good idea of how this all works, right? Well, we still got one more thing to look at. There's still one more aspect to this. So earlier I mentioned these slots. I didn't want to overwhelm you though, so I saved it for last. We have these 2 engraving slots. So in order to look at those, you're going to go to engraving effect. There's roster engraving effect. You can also access it from the ESC menu, I'm pretty sure. There's all these, and there's all out attack, and it's 0 of 20, you might notice. Well, that's because this is a different system than the other one. So this one is roster wide, meaning all your characters can get these ones. These ones are acquired through reading books. So I went ahead and bought some ahead of time. I have here just some random books I bought for cheap just to show you. What happens is I have Magic Stream Engraving Recipe and I have MP Efficiency. All right, let's find those on here. We have Magic Stream and we have, I don't know where the other one, oh, MP Efficiency. Okay, so I have none of these. Well, you'll notice at the bottom of all this text, this crap right here, it says use uncommon Magic Stream Engraving Recipes times 20, and you'll see 0 of 20. So if I use these, Magic Stream, I use 1. There's a bar in the back. It actually goes. Now I'm at 1 of 20. I don't even have the first one yet. So if I sit here and I read all these, which is gonna take a moment. I'm actually gonna have to skip ahead. It's gonna take so long. All right, I saved the last one for the recording. So I'm at 19 of 20. I read the 20th one. You'll see the bar going in the background. Now I unlock Magic Stream. Now that I have it unlocked at the first level, I can actually equip this. So this will give my character 3 nodes towards it. Not enough for a full one yet, but 3. So now if I go over to engravings, there's Magic Stream. I have 3 faucets in Magic Stream because of this account-wide thing that I can equip. So I could have any one of these and I could do this. Now, how do we get it higher than that? Well, you can level it up again. But now you're going to need the rare book for Magic Stream. So if I go in here, I type in Magic Stream Engraving Recipe. We got the blue one, and I could buy 20 of these if I wanted. And now these blue ones are the ones that I need for Magic Stream. So I would be reading these now. I read 1. Here we are again, 1 of 20. Every level will give you 3 faucets. So the next one is 6. If I actually read 20 of those blue ones, then Magic Stream will be right where my cursor is into level 2. So I'll unlock level 1. And again, level 1, level 2, level 3. There's no half levels. I would have level 1. And then I'd read the next one, and I'd be at 9, which would still be short of level 12. I would need 1 more from something else because I only have 9 faucets, not 10. So hopefully, just kind of reinforcing the idea from earlier in the video. So yeah, and then I also have over here MP Efficiency. I could do the same thing. I could read 20 of these, and then I would unlock MP Efficiency, and then I could equip MP Efficiency. And again, these are roster-wide things that you can equip. Now that I got this unlocked, I can go onto my other characters, and I can drag that and equip that onto them too in here. Even if they're lower level, it doesn't matter. Like, they could just be fresh level 50s, and I could have a, you know, like artifact quality, whatever the highest one is, where it gives plus 12 or plus 15 or whatever the max one is. and I could go ahead and throw that on. And while we're here, I should also mention, you might have noticed there's 2 tabs here. There's combat bonus and class bonus. Class bonus is, well, for your class. This is a sorceress exclusive. If you're a gunner, you're going to have 2 gunner ones here. And this is going to be the same situation. You can have these books. You can buy them from the market, or you can get them from Chaos Dungeons as random rolls. You can get the books from exchanging your perception shards that you get from the Chaos Dungeons over at the vendor near there. And there's other ways to get them too. But same thing. I'd be able to buy or go acquire 20 of these. And then if I use 20 of those, then on any character I have that's a sorceress, I could put one of these class-specific ones on. And usually the class-specific ones are really, really good. They're almost always the ones that you want to have, but not always. So that's how these ones are going to work. Also, I wanted to point something out here that you might not have put 2 and 2 together. So roster, and then the engraving effects. Okay, that's where we were to get to the one thing, just to remind you one more time of how to get to it. But you go to that. When you're looking to buy an engraving stone, you can go in here to look at what every single thing in the game does before you go ahead and buy. Same for the books. So you can go into here to take a look at what Raid Captain does, for example, or Supercharge. Charge kills charging speed 8%, damage plus 4%, spirit absorption, attack/move speed plus whatever. So this is where you can go to understand what everything does before you start buying random stuff off of the market. So that, I thought, is worth a mention. You don't actually need to go look up a guide to find out what things do. It's all right here in the game. Easy to find, easy to study. You can just choose for yourself what builds you think make sense. If you guys think I should be making build guides for you on what you should use for what classes, let me know in the comments, and I will try to, in the next week if I can, put together some build guides, go do some research, see what other people are saying and stuff, and try to explain it to you in a clear and concise way what you need to do, which is what I do with this YouTube. I try to explain the stuff clear, concisely, not have it be an hour-long video where you're still confused. Hopefully now you're not confused. Hopefully now it all is making sense to you. If you need to, you can try to rewatch certain parts of the video. But I feel like I did a good job explaining. I hope I did. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of how engravings work in this game. If not, just comment and I'll try to see if I can remember to read them and answer it, although that's always a hit or miss thing. But definitely subscribe for more Lost Ark guides, Lost Ark news, patch note videos, different things like that. That's what I do on top of other games too here and there. So, yeah, this was my engraving guide. I really hope it helped you guys. I did my best to explain it in a clear and concise manner, everything you needed to know. Also, in summary, engraving books you can get from Chaos Dungeons. You can get them from the Chaos Dungeon vendor. There's also other places in the game. Same thing for the stones. That's one easy way to get them. There are other ways to get them as well, though. But yeah, so now you know how to get engravings done, how everything works with engravings, what you need to know about it, how it all comes together, how to faucet your engraving stones, how to equip them, how to read the engraving books, what does that mean, how to equip them roster-wide, etc., etc., etc. Hopefully it helped you out. Now you know how engravings work in Lost Ark.